who they owe that money to?
Good question. Who do they owe the money to?
Us, the organic people from the land. And as soon as we take power, it immediately flipped from a negative balance to a positive balance.
Right.
Because that's why the Pope has to call his money home, because he got to pay that with interest. Interest is not attached to that debt. So they got us chasing reparations. That's like trying to give you a cookie so you don't go in there and eat the whole dinner.
Yo, these people got a lot of shit with them. You got V Money that says, what do you feel is going to happen regarding January 1st in Illinois? And it's a two-part question. Also, what do you feel we have in store for 2023?
I don't make future predictions. I try to stay away from that because I can only read the events as they occur in real time.
Gotcha. You have another one, and I think you explained this during the live. Non-ether being 666 asks, what do you think on the purge that's coming?
Yeah, we already talked about that. So you can go back and watch it again into the video. But the purge is not going to be what you think it is. The purge is going to be us, the righteous, getting rid of the motherfuckers that don't belong here. We know who they all are. It's not a secret no more.
Yeah,
that's the real purge. To purge the earth of the nefarious forces that came against the children of the earth and you tried to usurp the throne of the Queen of Heaven and Earth. You can't do that shit.
Yeah, you basically interrupting galactical law when you start doing certain shit.
Right. See, Enlil opened a portal to the mirror dimension. When he opened the portal to the mirror dimension, he invited this dragon bitch that was living under the Vatican, who was executed in 2018. The Queen of Heaven and Earth chopped her head off with what's called a soul splitter sword.
All right.
The soul splitter dissipates the energy so it can never be recombined in the same sentient intelligence and sent back to source.
Okay.
So that's only for the worst of the worst. Other people have to go somewhere else. Some of them got to be killed on Nibiru because they got to be reborn on Nibiru. Then some of the other ones got different planets that they have to be destroyed on because they native to that planet. So the Earth vessel they used while they was here may not be compatible with the vessel that they're gonna need on their home planet, but they got to get the fuck out of here. And I don't care where they send them.
Like you being aggressive towards them niggas.
Well, they not being very cordial to us.
You're right though. You're right.
They raping our babies.
Yeah, no, that type of shit. I can't do like that.
Draining them of their blood after they shooting them with cattle prods for a half hour till they pass out. Then they split their jugular and let them drain into a bucket.
That's crazy, man. Any more questions? Because we're getting ready to get out of here. Again, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm Messiah, the North Tanaya Al-Makdi. This is the brother Rod Hayes. I definitely enjoyed you, man. I'm trying to get more brothers and sisters into the Nuwapic class, man. Any suggestions?
Look, yeah, don't even worry about it. They gonna knock your door down when the time come to learn. Soon as
knock your door down.
Serious, they're gonna be knocking your door. You're only gonna have time to teach the teachers. You're not gonna have time to teach the general classes.
Because it's funny that you say that because that's what's happening right now. Like I'm in my office and I'm packing up because I'm getting my mother's stuff ready to be moved to Maryland. But like I have a few students that learn exceptionally well and fast, and I'm getting them to a point to whereas they can actually be ready to go ahead and teach because I'm just one person and it's like a lot of this stuff I'm doing. Plus I told you I'm about to I've already started to actually translate the Holy Tablets in all Nuwapic. The brother Love again, my mentor. He had another one of the elder brothers reach out to me and give me the Nuwapic fonts. I did message you today. I'm trying to get the Nubic one, but for other moments I have all of the other ones. So I want to concentrate on sitting down and actually completing the Holy Tablets because I like to work fast and accurate. So I want it done within like, 3-4 months. I want to just have the whole book all the way done and ready to go.
Yeah, that's an ambitious project too, and it's needed. It's needed. Now remember, whatever the Holy Tablets is, Baba got to revise them when he get out, because he got to add a couple of chapters to them that he didn't put in there on purpose.
That's right. That's right.
Only a couple of perceptive individuals know there's chapters missing from the Holy Tablets.
Well, he said that though, that he wasn't gonna. He said that he didn't complete the book. I know he told certain mu'minun that, but he said he knew that the time would come when the necessary information that he wanted to put in there would be necessary. And at the time when because remember, there's two versions. There was the first version of the Holy Tablets, and then he revised it, and then there was supposed to be another revision.
Right, and the final revision he haven't done yet.
Right.
He have
all
the
he got to do is, say that again.
He have the manuscript of the parts that he left out.
Right.
But he just haven't put it all together yet because of his particular situation dealing with the system.
Right.
Right.
Well, guess what though? I don't give a damn. When he put it out, I'll translate that one too. I don't care.
He probably don't have you translate. He might not even put it out in the English version.
That's all the more better. My whole thing is like smash English. Like to me, the spell travels through English. Like when I tell you we on Nuwabic hard, it's hard like all day, every day. Like this is what we do. I make myself available. I do this shit full time. I make myself available so that I can be able to have time for the brothers and sisters that want to learn. Because people have various different schedules. You might can't make it through the week. Well, guess what? I run classes Saturday and Sunday. You might can't make it Saturday and Sunday. Guess what? I run classes Monday through Friday. You might can't make it at 6 to 8. Guess what? I'm free at 2 o'clock. I wake up early in the morning at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I come in this office after I brush my teeth and wash my face, and I automatically start putting out PowerPoints. By the end of the year, I'll have probably like 1,000 PowerPoints just strictly on the language in general. And then what I'm doing is trying to get the brothers and sisters on the letters. I was going to do a PowerPoint today about that, but man, I ate and I laid down and it slipped me. And it was when I got back up, it was time to do the live. But I'm also going to put out the PowerPoints on each letter. I'm going to take each letter and put it on a slide and break the letter down. And Brother Love and I was speaking today about the abjads of the language, the science of the numbers of the language, and how each letter has a significant number that actually means something in numerology. So I'm gonna put a PowerPoint out on that. But I work all day. When I say all day, I work all day.
Well, in language, all of the numbers have a color. All the letters have a number and a color
and a planet.
Yep, and that's how you manifest the energy through the word.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's very important that people know that no matter what language it is, Sanskrit, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, English, Spanish, French, whatever language it is, all of the alphabets are numerically charged and color charged and planetarily, as you say, charged. This is the harness of energy for the letter to have vibration. So when it's spoken, it can alter or enhance brain frequency.
Absolutely. It alters the molecular density. The whole goal of Nuwabic is to make us our molecular density less dense and more transparent.
Yep.
This way, we're able to develop what Pops was teaching us, psychic self-defense. And like what I was telling them, like 2 days ago, I was speaking with a few of the brothers and sisters that's in the class. Nuwabic by itself has Nuwabu in it. It's just you have to learn the language and to identify with the definitions of the words from our perspective in order for you to be able to catch on to that. But right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, sound right reason, and the sound right action is found right in Nuwabic. You don't really have to go read 100,000 books to get it. All you have to do is just master the Nuwabic language, the proper tonation, and the vibration that is going to actually allow us to enhance our biorhythms, right? Our biological rhythms, as well as our brain waves. Our brain waves actually be linked by the frequencies, but our body will start to vibrate on a certain frequency, our biorhythm, so that it links us to the planet and puts us in harmony with everything around us. So I'm really trying to get brothers and sisters to know that that's the move right now. That's where we, from my perspective, where we should be in the Nuwabic. And so I give the classes on my YouTube channel now through Zoom. I do group meetings, I do private classes, and whatever way you want it. But come one, come all, brothers and sisters, we need to get this Nuwabic down pat.
Yep, that's important. It's always been important, but I was so busy trying to decode the problem, I didn't have the study time available to be totally immersed in the language, but I have studied the language, right? So remember, Baba created a learning method that's used in mainstream teaching now on how to assimilate a foreign language as fast as possible. And it's called immersion, the immersion method. That means that when you come over here, we ain't even speaking English. We speaking the foreign language, we writing in the foreign language. You eventually gonna pick it up and master it faster when you don't have the crutch of the original language to slow you down.
And it's funny you should say that, because I reached out to another brother, another elder, that he was teaching the language. He actually has an academy. And he said that's the method that he used to teach his children. Sort of like the tab, right? So in the tab, Pops imported the teachers over to teach us Arabic, Arabic Pusa, and that's how we learned as children in the tab. But it's, for me, I think that is necessary, but it's kind of hard when you don't have the environment and all you have is a platform like YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. People are still further away. Like if I come on a platform and all I did was just spoke Nuwabic, people would look crazy. But if you lived in the house with me, I can have all of the nouns with the words on it, and like the table that have tarabus on it, and then the sika have balut on it, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of harder when you're doing it over social media as opposed to an environment that's all that's there. So you're gonna perform repairs. If your food and your drink or whatever livelihood is tied to it, I promise you'll get it quick,
real quick. But look. All you doing is building up a catalog of training that can be used wherever somebody at.
I agree.
So right now, all of your classes, you might not be reaching everybody you want to reach, but you're reaching everybody you need to reach.
Right. I agree.
So the process from here, when we go to rites of passage and we dispense with the old educational system, or miseducation system, as it's properly called, one of the things is the language is part of the curriculum.
Right.
So let's say like the Nation of Islam, they still gonna be the Nation of Islam, but they're gonna be teaching Nuwapic and as well as Arabic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they're gonna be able to speak English, Nuwapic, and Arabic. The more languages you learn, the less restricted you are, and the faster it is to learn another language.
Absolutely. People don't realize this also. It takes different compartments of the brain to learn different languages. For example, the part of the brain that I use to speak Arabic is not the same part of the brain that a person that speaks English uses. And the part of the brain that a person that speaks English uses is not the same part of the brain that we use to speak Nuwabic. It opens up different compartments to the brain. I've even taught an autistic child. I had an ex-mate, and her son was autistic. And by the time I got in her life, he was 7 years old. I couldn't understand anything. His name is Malik. I couldn't understand anything Malik said. And I was kind of pissed off because, I love children. So it's like, how are you going to have a child living in America, going to a public school, but they don't speak English? And then not only that, if you was to place that child in an environment where there were, something that happened to him, you can't even understand what the child is actually saying. So, that's when I started to learn a little bit about autism. And so I read a book on it, did a little study, but because I had been raised in the tab, it just hit me. It's a mild case of mental retardation. And one of the first things that you notice in the child is that they stop speaking. So it does affect the speech part of the brain. So what I told her, the same thing I just, said to you, like, take different part of the brain to speak different languages. So since the English part ain't working, I'm gonna just teach him Nuwabic. I took him out of school. I homeschooled him. Now I was a little hard on him because I knew that basically, there's a lot of hyperactivity. So in hyperactivities, the brain waves oscillate too much. I can't teach you anything until you be still. So what I would do is I would put the Thought Nubian tapes on. I would first teach him how to meditate and sit still. Once when Malik got to a point to where he can sit still and still himself and calm his energy, That little boy learned Nuwapic in 2 months. He learned it over a summer, and she learned it too because she was my maid at the time. But he learned Nuwapic over a summer. Graduated in a regular class, not an autistic class, in high school. And I was just like, man, you know, it was nice, man. I was just proud of him. But yeah, like we really need to.
Let me tell you what autism really is what autism really is. Autism is you're not left-brained, you're right-brained.
Okay.
The whole system we in is to only want to focus on your left brain. They don't want you doing anything to enhance the right brain. The right brain is abstract, artistic in its expression. The
creativity.
Left, linear, logical mathematics.
Right.
So the autistic child is born right brain dominant. And that's the problem in this society that made them classify him as autistic. They don't learn the same way as left brain people. And that's why the first thing you had to teach him was how to steal the mind.
Right.
All that is self-discipline. You teaching him how to use his self-discipline to control what's going on inside his head.
Yeah, basically.
Once the self-discipline sink in, right? Brother Love just texted me. He say your live chat with Naya is not on.
I'm watching the live chat. I'm watching it on my phone. That's how I'm in the comment section. Your camera's not on, but you're on.
Okay, so we can go here. Anyway, so the way that the educational system is geared, anybody that shows right brain dominance, they either put them into an accelerated learning class or they put them in a special ed class. If the system wants to use them later, they're going to put them in an accelerated learning class.
Right.
If the system think that they're going to be somebody important, they put them in special ed and try to continuously dumb them down.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. See, I grew up in the Tap, so I ain't go to school. But once when I saw how they treat little black boys in school, oh nah, I was like, nah, bro. Like that's like psychological terrorism, man. It's like basically.
It is, and they know basically to it. It's a little European lady named Charlotte Isserby was the director under the No Child Left Behind. She give you the full breakdown. She got videos on YouTube giving you the full breakdown of the miseducational system and how everything she tried to do to fix it, they countered her to keep it worse. They don't want us learning nothing, man. And that's the whole tool of oppression they're using. Right? They're using that to keep us from seeing what they're doing. As long as they can keep their children smarter than our children, they can keep us subjugated. But as soon as we start to show promise, they try to draft our children to do their bid. And we don't know no better, so we comply because we think that they're putting them in this Ivy League school for the gifted. They doing something for the child. No, they harnessing. They sheep dipping. Wow.
Well, we got to get on out of here now. This is about to shut us off. I enjoyed you, man. And you teach a lot on your platform?
I teach every day. Every time I get on here, I'm teaching something.
And on your own, you got a YouTube channel for it though, right?
I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I just started a new Instagram called the SikApe.
Okay, well, I got to go check that out because I was about to say I needed to subscribe to your channel.
Yeah.
Do you think Instagram is a good platform to promote Nuwapic? Because I saw that I can go live on YouTube, Instagram as well.
Instagram is better than Facebook. Facebook is you got a limited reach compared to Instagram, but the real one is TikTok. That's where all of the youth, and you can give it to them in 10-minute bites or less. You often
well, they won't let me go live on TikTok because for TikTok you need 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers in order to go live. I don't see where I can just hit a record button and record it like I can on Instagram on TikTok. But yeah,
on TikTok, what you can do take excerpts. Take excerpts from your lessons you already did and post them on TikTok, and you'll get 1,000 subscribers in no time. That's how you open the channel up.
Okay, so I would have to do that from my computer though, because I don't have it on my phone. Like I go in my files. Let's say
it don't matter how you do it. As long as you know that you can take 10-minute segments, right? Let's say you got an hour class, break it into 6 segments, part 1 through 6.
Okay.
And then you put it on Instagram, and the people that's listening, they gonna start following. That's how you gonna get your numbers up on TikTok.
Gotcha. Okay. Right?
And then you can share your TikTok videos to Instagram and Facebook and
right,
YouTube.
I'm definitely doing that now. But for some reason I can go live on Instagram. I just got to get 1,000 followers on TikTok. But a brother by the name of Batim, one of the Ansar brothers that I talked to, he pretty much put me onto the TikTok, and it is better, and it's more youth on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm about to open up a TikTok channel, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm trying to wait to see what happened Monday. And with the money coming in, if by November we ain't seen no major changes, then I'm gonna start my TikTok channel up.
Okay. Well, that's about it for the day, brother. I'd love to have you back and speak more about that educational program, and it's some other questions. The Blue Rock Project that brothers and sisters have been asking me to get you on here and talk about.
Okay, so we'll get back in it on another show. We go in deeper.
All right, y'all. Don't forget, again, hit that like and subscribe button. Y'all want to show the brother Rod Hayes some love? I dropped his Cash App inside of the comments. We also trying to put together a Nawabic school. So we're trying to raise some funds for that, for donations. I dropped my Cash App in the comment section. Let's all work together. This is over with. It's been nice. I should.